Oh! Nice.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode. Today we'll be replacing the drive belts on this Nissan Maxima, and it's the same process from 1995 until 2008 Nissan Maximas. So that being said, let's go ahead and start the job. So the first step is to remove this plastic shroud here, and this is a 10mm nut. Now in the Nissan Maximas, the drive belts are on the passenger side of the vehicle, and if you take a look right here, this is our idler pulley. On the end of the pulley you have a 14mm nut. This is the locking nut. So first we need to back off this nut, and then right here is the set screw. This is also a 14mm. So first back off this nut, maybe 1 or 2 turns, and then we'll be able to loosen up the belts and remove it from the vehicle. And when you remove the belt, go ahead and inspect it. Take a look for any large cracks. This belt is actually in decent shape. This is the main drive belt, and then we have one more, which is the power steering belt. That's this guy right here. Now for the power steering belt, we also have a locking nut. And if you take a look, here's the end of the power steering pulley. Okay, this is the nut that holds on the pulley. Right above it, if you could say between 10 and 11 o'clock, right here you have the locking nut. This is a 12mm, so we first need to loosen this up, and then we can get to the set screw, which is right here. Right here. Now the thing to note with this screw is that it's reverse threads. So to loosen the belt, you have to turn your ratchet clockwise, and to tighten it, you go counterclockwise. So just remember that, reverse threads. Once that set screw is loose enough, just go ahead and remove the belt. And just like with the other belt, just make a visual inspection, make sure it's in good shape, no cracks, no tears, and then it's just a reverse process putting the belts back on the car. And then go ahead and just tighten up your locking nut. And in regards to the deflection of the belt, really you don't want to go beyond, if it's a new belt, 7 millimeters of deflection. I usually don't even measure it. I kind of just give a good feel to it and make sure it's tight enough. You don't want to over tighten it, any of the belts, because then you can ruin the stress out the bearings to the accessories such as the power steering, the alternator, and that sort of thing. So just go ahead and make sure it's nice and tight. But again, if you want to double check, it's 7 millimeters of deflection for the power steering belt, and then we can go ahead and reinstall the main drive belt. And just bear with me, I'm doing this with one hand, but again, just you want to get the belt over the crank and then under this idler pulley here, and then you have the alternator up here, and then of course your AC compressor right here, and that's it. So just double check, make sure it's in the groove of the pulleys. Which it is. And now we can just go ahead and tighten it up. And for the main belt, the deflection is 4 millimeters. Again, if you want to measure it, that's on 22 foot-pounds of force. And as a final step, just go ahead, start the car, make sure everything sounds okay. Make sure the steering is all right here. So we're in good shape, and we'll see you next time.